Bereshit, Genesis chapter 15, verse 1. After these incidents, the word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision, saying, "Fear not, Abram, I am your shield. Your reward is exceedingly great." And Abram said, "O Lord God, what will you give me, since I am going childless, and the steward of my household is Eliezer of Damascus?" And Abram said, "Behold, you have given me no seed, and behold, one of my household will inherit me." And behold, the word of the Lord came to him, saying, "This one will not inherit you, but the one who will spring from your innards, he will inherit you." And he took him outside, and he said, "Please look heavenward and count the stars, if you are able to count them." And he said to him, "So will be your seed." And he believed in the Lord, and he accounted it to him as righteousness. So right there, just the fact that Abram was told something by God, and he simply just believed what he was told. God, he, capital H there, accounted it to Abraham as righteousness. He is now in right standing with God because he believed what God told him. Verse 7. And he said to him, "I am the Lord who brought you forth from Ur of the Chaldees to give you this land to inherit it." And he said, "O Lord, how will I know what I will inherit, that I will inherit it?" And he said to him, "Take for me 3 heifers and 3 goats and 3 rams and a turtle dove and a young bird." And he took for him all these, and he divided them in the middle, and he placed each part opposite its mate, but he did not divide the birds. And the birds of prey descended upon the carcasses, and Abram drove them away. Now the sun was ready to set, and a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and behold, a fright, a great darkness was falling upon him. And he said to Abram, "You shall surely know that your seed will be strangers in a land that is not theirs, and they will enslave them and oppress them for 400 years. And this is him right here predicting the Israelites' enslavement in Egypt that we'll get to here in a little while. Verse 14, and also the nation that they will serve, I will judge, and afterwards they will go forth with great possessions. You guys, this is him prophesying to Abram right now about what the Israelites are going to go through. Verse 15, but you will come to your forefathers in peace. You will be buried in a good old age. And the 4th generation will return here, for the iniquity of the Amorites will not be complete until then. Keep in mind that he said the 4th generation. Later on, we'll read about how you can be cursed by your forefathers all the way through the 3rd to 4th generation. But he says that if we turn towards him and we live in his way, that he will bless us for 1,000 generations. So we can choose to live away from him, which will cause hardship for our family for the next 3 to 4 generations. You guys, that's a big deal. Our actions impact our family, whether we think that they do or not. So when we choose to serve God and obey him and live a life fully devoted to him and his purpose, we are given the promise that we will be blessed for 1,000 generations. Clearly, that's not like us literally, but that he's telling us he will bless our family, our children, our children's children, our great grandchildren. You guys, that is a big deal. Okay, so moving on. Verse 17. Now it came to pass that the sun had set, and it was dark, and behold, a smoking furnace, and a firebrand, which passed between these parts. On that day the Lord formed a covenant with Abram, saying, To your seed I have given this land, from the river of Egypt until the great river, the Euphrates River. The Kenites, the Kenizzites, and the Cadmonites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Rephaim, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Girgashites, and the Jebusites.